Children, in the last class we started the second chapter in your textbook, that is, so you think you can divide. In the last chapter, in the last class we read that there was an old man and he had 3 sons. He had 3 sons and 17 camels were there. He had 17 camels. The old man was very ill and he was about to die. He knew that he is going to die, so he called his 3 sons and he wanted to speak to them. He called his 3 sons and he told them that, boys, I'm getting very old and I'm going to die in a few days, in these days. So I am going to tell you something, but you don't have to quarrel or you don't have to fight for this. I'm going to divide those camels and share it among all 3 of you. So the boys were very sad that their father is going to die, but they were very interested to know, they were very keen to know that what their father is going to say. Then the father said that Ruplal was the eldest one. Ruplal will get half of the share of camels. Whatever, there were 17 camels and out of that half of the camels he is going to get. And the second son, Nathu, will get 1/3 of the camels. And the third one, Lalji, will get 1/9 of the camels. So the boys looked very sad, but they did not say anything. The younger boys, Nathu and Lalji, were not that happy because they were not getting much share. The eldest brother, Ruplal, was getting most of the share. But they did not fight because they promised to their father that we will not fight for these. So the younger boys were looking very disappointed as well. And after few days their father died. They performed the funeral. And when the funeral was over, they thought of sharing the camels among themselves. As Ruplal was the eldest one, he told that he was about to get half of the share. So there were 17 camels and half of 17 is 8.5. So then he thought, how can I take half of the camel? Let me take 9 camels. And he told to his younger brothers that you divide these camels, half of the rest of the camels among both of you. But this thing was not liked by the younger brothers. They did not like it at all. And then the youngest brother said that let us sell 1 camel and whatever money we get, we will divide it among us. But the other 2 brothers didn't like this thing as well, this idea. Then he told, okay, let us then kill 1 camel and feed the villagers in memory of our father. This idea was also not liked by the brothers. And then they started giving one by one ideas and the other brothers did not like. So there was a little bit of quarrel among all the 3 brothers. Then they started quarreling and shouting. There was an argument among all the 3 brothers. So now let us read what happened after that. Then came an old man. Old man came and stood just next to them. And he started listening what the brothers were doing. After some time, the holy man came closer to the brothers and he started listening that what is the reason why these boys are fighting among each other. Now, my friends, said the holy man, I am sorry to interrupt your discussion, but can I be of any help? It is not very good to fight and shout at each other. You must burst a blood vessel. He said that you should not fight, you should not shout like this. It is not good for health. You must burst a blood vessel. So you don't shout. Talk peacefully. At first the brothers wanted to send the man away, but then they thought he might be are able to help them with their problem. First they thought that no, we don't want to listen to him and let us send him. But after some time they thought that he might help us in our problem. Well, holy men, said Rooplal, we are quarreling over the inheritance that was bequeathed to us by our father. Children, underline the words inheritance and bequeathed. So, inheritance means what? What we get from our elders, inherited. Whatever has been inherited by the elders, what we get from them. And bequeath means what? The personal property left by someone, not by the elders. Whatever property, personal property has been left after their death, that is called bequeath to us by our father. So Rooplal told that we are fighting over the property which has been left by our father, and he told everything. Rooplal then told the holy man all about the camels and how they were to be divided. The holy man listened to the story with great interest. When the story was over, he smiled wisely. So he listened carefully that what Rooplal told him about how to divide the camels and what their father has told them to do. So after some time, the holy man, he smiled. Here, he said, take my camel and how that will help and see how that will help you in sharing. The holy man held out the rope for Rooplal to take. He told, you take my camel and you see the camel can help you in sharing. We can't do that, replied the brothers. It is very kind of you to make this offer, but you must not give up your camel. The holy man smiled kindly. The brothers did not accept the camel because it was not their camel. They told that no, we'll divide it with our camels. We don't want your camel. But then the old man smiled kindly. No, please take it. Please take it, he said. If God wills, I shall not be the poorer of it. With these words, he gave them the camel. He was a poor man, but then he told that even if I give you this camel, I'll not be the poorest. So you can take and the help of this camel and see how it can help you in sharing. The brothers thanked him and then led to the camel to where their own camels were tied. They tied the holy man's camel next to their own camels and then started to make their calculation once again. So finally they accepted the camel of the holy man and then took it to their own camels and tied it close to their camels. And then they started calculating once again. With the holy man's camel, they now had a total of 18. They were having 17 camels of their own and the one they got. So now they have 18 camels. Then they started dividing. Rooplal took his share of half. He was supposed to take half of the camels and half of 18 is 19. So 9. So he took 9 camels. Nathu took a third. 1/3 of 18 is 6 camels. So he took 6 camels. And Lalji, the youngest one, he took a 9th. That was 1/9 of 18. 18 that is 2. So he took 2 camels. Now they could easily divide the camels among all the 3 brothers. Suddenly the brothers stood quite still. They were struck with amazement and their jaws dropped open. For there standing by itself was the holy man's camel. The holy man bent down and took up the rope which was tied to his camel. You see, my friends, he said softly, there is no need to quarrel. Everything can be settled in a friendly manner if we try. He waved goodbye and went his way. So finally they did everything peacefully. And the holy man finally told them, see boys, if you do something peacefully, you will be able to solve it in a proper manner. But if you fight and quarrel, nothing can be solved. He told these words and went on his way, and the brother also lived happily.